The content of this is being sent to a third party. Okay.
We hope so. That's what we want.
Oh. There we go. All
All
yours, John.
right. Are we finally live, Dan?
Yes.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to, for the fifth week in a row, the technology-driven, challenged Marquee podcast. By the time we're done doing next week, I promise you, we will have no problems because we won't be on the air. There'll be no technical problems of any kind next week or the week after, because it'll be Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, and we will be busy. Or I should say we'll be off with loved ones, or in my case, playing Santa Claus to people willing to pay me to go to their home and play Santa Claus for their families, which is all good with me. Tonight, we have two of the up-and-comers in our industry that have made a great name for themselves. That's right, two DJs, one mic, and you've seen them at just about every conference in like the last year and a half after they made their big debut at the Marquee show because somebody gave them a break. No, I'm just kidding. And then also Marquee show presenter, marketing guru, former DJ from the 1960s, Mr. Marc McIntosh
60s.
is here as well. So super excited now. Most people don't know who Marc is unless they were at the Marquee show last year, or I should say this year, technically. I've had the pleasure to get to know Marc through the wedding show producer world, as he was a wedding show producer. And one of the things you know as a wedding show producer is when you pay one of them, you're counting on them to do the marketing to get tons of wedding couples to come through said venue and put in front of you so that you can now chat with them and sell them your services. So with that, Marc is a marketing nerd just like myself and Alan Berg and Mark Chapman and Shannon Tarrant and countless other people that you've been blessed to have at the Marquee show and see and learn from. And so we're super excited to have Marc here. So Marc, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Good to be here. Good to be back. I had a lot of fun in Marquee, so looking forward to doing that again.
Yes, we're looking forward to having you back. I just have to finalize the hotel. The dates are set. I'm bouncing between 3 different hotels. And again, you learn every year. I found that the hotels are much more agreeable with what I need from them as long as I wait just past the first of the year. When it's like the 6-month-ish range, the whole game kind of changes. So when I'm looking at a year, 2 years in advance, they want $75 for a can of Coke. So I mean, it's insane. So the things that I've learned from doing it for the last 8 years or so. So Marc, let's jump right into it. It's the end of the year. I know me personally, I just had a meeting with DJ Event Planner to make sure that I was learning how all of the features of my CRM are working, see if there's anything I'm missing. So essentially what I'm saying is I'm doing, call it spring cleaning for my marketing division of my business, new banners, making sure I've got the latest business cards ready for wedding show season and that. So let's talk about, let's say, call it your 5 tips that you would say these are the things that wedding vendors should be looking at to freshen up or make sure are on point for 2025.
All right. The website is key. And I talk to people all the time. And when I spoke at Marquee, I always tailor my presentation for the audience for which I'm speaking. It's usually pretty easy. I go out and grab a bunch of screenshots from websites and show some good stuff and show some not so good stuff. Problem with preparing for Marquee is I looked at 350 DJ websites to try to find some good examples to show in my presentation. And there weren't very many good examples. And that is, I mean, frankly, is ridiculous because you're selling what you're selling for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, whatever it is. You're expecting your couples to pay that. Sure. And you then turn around and invest nothing or little in the one component of your marketing, that all roads lead through. It does not matter where they found out about you. It was a referral from their best friend. It was seeing you at a wedding expo. It was finding you on social media. Wherever they heard about you, they are always going to pay a visit to your website before they go any further. And there were just so many bad examples, but there are some things that you can do quick. I mean, engagement season is upon us. The floodgates are going to be opening in the next few weeks with a whole bunch of new prospective customers. And so, while most of you are probably due to just blow up your websites and start over, I think that there are some things that you can do in the short term. If you're DIYing it, or even if you're paying somebody to do it for you, there are some things that you can do real quickly to just make it work much better.
Sure.
All right, I'll just run these down real quick. The first one is the mistake that I see everywhere, is that you're selling the wrong thing. Most DJs are selling their stuff. I see the homepage of the site is talking about all of your stuff, your speakers and your lights and your confetti cannons and your dancing on the clouds and all of that. None of that stuff matters if you don't have people dancing. People are buying the result. They are buying a fun time at their wedding or their event, and so few people sell that. I see these websites that have like an empty dance floor is the most ridiculous thing, where a DJ leads their website with a picture of people sitting down. And I saw that far too many times. Just remember that end result that they are buying is dancing. At that stage, you have to remember, when they visit your website, most of them are at the very top of the funnel. They are just looking around. They went on the Knot, they went on Wedding Wire, they Googled, they found 100 DJs in your area, and they're not going to talk to 100. They're going to talk to 5. And how do they get from 100 to 5? Rapid fire, looking at your stuff. And the one piece of your stuff that they always look at is your website. So if you attract awareness somehow, and then you lose those people when they visit your website and don't like what they see, that is a costly loss, because all that time, money, effort that you spent creating that awareness is thrown away when they get to your site and they bounce out. So, but showing that, leading with that end result of people dancing is key. The stuff is important, but the stuff is not as important as you think, because everybody has stuff, and most DJs, and I know when my friends here, Mike and Jay, when I was doing the interview with them at Marquee, I was talking about that showroom floor that is full of people buying a whole bunch of stuff and funding a very expensive hobby if they cannot turn around and sell that stuff. Take a little bit of that money you spend on stuff, invest it in your marketing, and it will work wonders for you.
Not only that, but if you invest in your marketing, you get those deposits, you can buy your stuff with it. So you're better off investing in your marketing first. It's kind of like they say the oxygen mask drops, you put it on your face first and then help everyone else. So you do your research and you spend some money on some good marketing and advertising, whatever that might be for you in your market, and you'll have the customers to fund it. So it's not difficult to rent the stuff or purchase the stuff any longer.
Right, exactly. All right. The other thing that you can fix right away is take a look at the other websites in the wedding industry. And I'm talking, weddings are my jam. I work a lot with wedding pros. And I know that a lot of DJs are doing, 60, 75%, 90% of their business is weddings. It is the big hirer of DJs. So you're more often than not selling to weddings. And a lot of what I'm talking about is framed in that way. But look at the other wedding websites, photographers, florists, all the other sites that people are looking at as they're going down this wedding planning journey tend to use softer looks, softer colors, softer language, softer fonts. And DJ websites are screaming with bright, often obnoxious colors and all caps in 150 point.
Right.
All caps are so many reasons why those are bad. Like look at major websites, Target, Apple, Starbucks, Amazon. Nobody's using all caps. It's not good practice. And it also, think about it, when you see a tweet or a text message that is in all caps, what does it say to you? People are screaming at me. And you're
Right.
doing the same thing there. And at this stage of the process, you don't want to scream. So soften the look, soften the colors, and ditch the all caps. When a couple is choosing anything for their wedding, and they will always, when faced with a choice of the jack of all trades and the company that seems to specialize in weddings, the edge will always be given to the one that specializes in weddings. And so if 80% of your business is weddings, then make 80% of your website be about weddings. So you go to, and I'm not going to show a bunch of examples tonight, but you can go look at, you can look at our website portfolio and see some examples of how to do it.
And where
But
would that be?
Pardon me?
Where would they go to see that?
That would be Team Wedding Marketing. And while I'm at it, I'll give that little, I'm going to drop a link into the chat. People who see this, can they see the chat?
No, they can't see that though. It would be on Facebook, but we can post it on there for you.
Yeah, okay. All right, good. I'm going to give you a free audit of your website.
Awesome.
But if you do things other than weddings, but they're not as important, make a grid on your website with weddings being at the top and the biggest. And then underneath that, the other things that you do. And then build out a unique page for each type of event on your site. That way, you're right from the get in your homepage, you're sending people over to a place where they will get information specific to their event. So you build a weddings page, you'll build a mitzvah page, you'll build a quinceanera page, you'll build a party page, corporate event page, whatever the types of things that you want to do, you build a separate page for each of those, and it will, and on that page, you're going to show images, videos, and have copy only related to that type of event. It's a great user experience, and it's super good for SEO. All right. Here's the big one that so many people do. And I call it proposing before the first date. Okay. Again, they are visiting your site for the very first time. They don't know anything about you. They need to learn a bit about you before you get into buy now, or even check our date, check availability. That seems to be, I mean, one example that I have in my presentation is a call to action. And call to actions are important throughout your site, multiple times on the same page. But that call to action should be learn more, fill out our contact form, start the conversation. That should not be book now. And it really shouldn't be check availability. A lot of people don't even want to take that step in the process. Or if you're going to have that feature, like, don't make that the most prominent thing. You really just want to open up that conversation. You want them to reach out to you. Make your contact form simple. Don't ask a million questions. Ask only the questions that you need to start the conversation. Their name, their email, what they're planning, and what's the date. If you can get away with just that, you can ask all of that other stuff later on in the process.
Gotcha.
But the leading with things like check availability, book us now, sign a contract, do that. Like, no, you've got to sell them before you get to that stop. And you can have that transactional stuff somewhere on your site for when you need it. But just keep in mind that 90% of the people that are coming there, they're at the very top of the funnel. They're not near the stage where they want to book you. They are still checking you out. All right. Then we have kind of leads into this one is being difficult to reach. You have got to allow them to communicate with you the way they want to communicate. That could be by text. It could be by a DM. It could be by email. It's probably not going to be by a phone call. And so many people want to force the couple or the prospective buyer into a form of communication that they don't want. I got to get them on the phone. I got to get them to meet. I've got to get them on a Zoom. Offer those options, but don't be surprised if today's customer would rather text you or email you rather than talk to you. And you have to be on their level, because if you insist on a phone call, there's people that will cross you off the list. Remember, they feel like they have 100 or more choices.
And they
are at the early stage of the process. They are actively looking for ways to cross you off and move to the next one. Because remember, they're trying to get that list down from 100 to the 5 or 6 or 10 that they're actually going to reach out to and engage in a conversation with. So they're looking for ways to cross you off. And forcing them into a form of communication that they don't want to do is a good way to get crossed off of that list. Let's see. Failing to show that you're different. Like at the end of the day, you're all DJs. At the end of the day, you're all have the same goal. Get these people dancing and having a good time. Outside of that, like, how are you different? What do you do? What sets you apart from the other alternatives to you? Do you have better equipment? Do you have more experience, more knowledge, more you do something special? You need to give them some combination of things that they can't find anywhere else. And if you can do that, you'll stand out, because again, they're looking at 100 DJs. They're looking at 100 florists, and everything that they're looking for at least, dozens and dozens of them. You've got to jump out, and you have to do it at the top of your website before they hit the scroll. Because if you don't, oftentimes they won't even scroll. So you have to, right from the beginning, what you are, DJ, the area that you serve, Chicago or wherever, and a line that talks about what makes you different than everybody else. That will at least get them interested enough to scroll and look a little bit more. And then, longer term things, like a lot of these things you can go fix today. Longer term is work on your SEO. And I could talk a whole evening about SEO. The on-page SEO is the stuff that is on your site, the stuff that is designated as your header tags, which are telling Google, it's not the biggest font on the page, it's what you're telling the search engines are the most important things on the page. Most people pay no attention to this, and most people get it wrong. And you get it right, and you're going to move ahead of all of the people that are doing it wrong. Google has 250 ranking factors. When you do a search, 250 things go into that search result. Now, we don't know what those 250 are. We know how many there are. They change them. They change a few of them every month because they don't want SEOs gaming the system. And SEOs are trying to figure out the system so that they can game the system. And it works. Google loves getting the information it is looking for in the way that it wants it. Now, the good news is we are seeing, because it used to be changes to your copy, SEO changes to your copy would take 4 to 6 months before they moved the needle. It just took Google that long to make a change. But we're seeing, I guess, that they're leveraging their AI powers to crawl websites faster, because we're seeing sites getting crawled and indexed within a couple of weeks, which means changes that you make could get indexed and served more quickly than we are used to. So and that stuff, like, if you don't know anything about it, get somebody to help you, because you've got to look at at SEO as advertising. It's really simple. You buy ads somewhere. You buy a booth in a wedding expo. You buy ads, you do Facebook ads, Google ads, you buy ads on the Knot or Wedding Wire, whatever you're spending money to create awareness. SEO has the same result. You're investing in SEO, which then creates more awareness organically that you then can wean yourself from so much paid advertising if you do it right. But it does take an investment of time and money to do it right. But you do it right, and it's like another form of advertising, and is arguably the best form of advertising. So show you're different. Hit on the SEO. Everybody should have a blog. Blogs are super good for SEO. People don't read blogs. The consumers are not reading blogs for the most part. They are, but Google reads it. That's your most important audience. And if you do it just for Google to get served better, it will do that. So yeah, those are the website things. I'll give you a couple more quick things, and then I'll turn this over to any questions KC or anybody has. Focus on the least, or the least appreciated, least maintained, and most underrated form of marketing that any of you can do is your Google business profile. It is free. It is powerful. If you do it right, you will get as much as, I have clients who get half of their website traffic from their Google business profile. Some people are seeing 25%, 30%. If you're not giving that as much love as you give social media, you're leaving money on the table. Right. And I'll give you some real quick tips for doing that. Every time you add a picture to Instagram, add a picture to your Google business profile. FAQs. There is a place for Q&As on your Google business profile. You do not need to wait for people to ask questions. Just if you have FAQs on your website, which you should have, take those same FAQs, move them over to your Google business profile, and you just go in and you ask the question, and then you go back in and you answer the question. And I'd have to, when this thing posts, I'll throw a couple things in the comments, and one of which is going to be a UTM. You put a UTM on your web address, and a UTM is just tracking code. If you see a long web address and it has the .com/ and a question mark and stuff after it, that's tracking code. So if you put the right, because right now in analytics, Google doesn't, they don't break out your Google business profile stats. It just all gets lumped into Google organic. But if you put a UTM on it, then it'll show up as a line item in your analytics, GBP. And then you can see that this works the way Mark says it can work. So you put FAQs in, you add images, and then you also want to answer all of your reviews. First off, push all of your reviews to Google. They are way better to have there than they are on the Knot or Wedding Wire or anywhere else. Push people to Google. Pardon me?
I agree 100%.
Okay. And so when you get reviews, you need to answer them, but answer them with keywords. Now, this doesn't work as great as it used to, but it still works. So, but by what I say using keywords is, instead of saying, it was awesome DJing at your wedding, thank you for the opportunity. Like, you can put that, but also say, it was awesome DJing at your wedding at fill in the blank name of the venue in city and state. And maybe even mention some of the other vendors that you worked with there, or talk about their music choices, or something that just think keywords when you do that, because it's all part of this big triangle to keep people there. And one more thing, kind of back to the website. Your goal is to keep people on your website. You got them there. That is the last stop in the journey. Do not send them anywhere else. And by sending them anywhere else is like, take that damn link off of your Wedding Wire best of, not best of, whatever banners. Keep the banner. Wave that flag all day long. Do not link those back to your Wedding Wire profile, because you've got them where you want them. There's no reason to send them anywhere else, especially back there, because Wedding Wire, the not, and I call them out, but all the wedding websites do the same thing. You're paying them to send people to you. You don't want to send them back because at the bottom
Agreed.
of your paid page are links to your competitors. So
Yep.
why do that? Now, people will say, I want them to go back over there and see my reviews. There is a, and I'll tell you this one in a second. You can actually now embed your not reviews, which you never could. The not doesn't provide a way to do it, and you can do your Wedding Wire reviews way better than you do with the little widget that Wedding Wire gives you, because they give you 3 and then they want to send you back to Wedding Wire, which you don't want to do. So give me 1 second, and I will
Go ahead and look. I'm going to say hello to some people that are online.
Yep, go
So
ahead.
look,
I've been
look that
running
stuff up. No, you're good. You're doing great. So, Crystal Emerson, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Jennifer Madonia, Stefan's back again. Daryl Rodriguez, Simeon's here. Greg Friend, Kevin Rucker, Sarah Groover, Ellenson. Is that a friend of yours, Mark? I don't recognize that name. So our boy Sal Ricchetti. Hey, Sal, how
my
are you?
buddy.
How's life in Pittsburgh, buddy? Karen Billings, our boy Isidore, and Rob, probably our #1 fans. I would say Rob, Isidore, and Simeon have got to be our biggest fans. They tune in every single week. Since this is week 5, I think they've seen them all or what have you. So we appreciate you guys being here. So
Okay,
yeah,
write this one down. Sociablekit.com. It's free.
sociablekit.com. Okay.
So you can get a free account there and get 2 sources. If you want more sources, it's a subscription. It's pretty cheap. That will pull in your Wedding Wire reviews off of Wedding Wire and give you short code that you can put onto your website and embed your Wedding Wire reviews right there on your site, so people don't have to go back over there. You can also do the not, and you can also do your Google reviews. There's multiple ways to do that, but you can actually embed your Google reviews right onto your website. And the handy tool there is there's a button. So when you want somebody to write you one, they can click a button right from your website and they don't have to go hunt for your Google business profile to do it. So it's
nice. This is all great stuff. We got to have you back on next month to talk just about SEO alone. We could call it SEO
I will do that.
for dummies.
And so and I'll wrap it up because I know y'all want to talk about Christmas music. But I will our little pitch to you is I will gift you with an hour of my time, and I will go page by page over your website and give you actionable tips for making it better. Now, no catch, no obligation. But if it makes sense, I'll also talk to you a little bit about how we could help you get you to your goal. Did Marquee built 3 awesome DJ websites that I'd be happy to point you in those directions of people that we met there, and would love to build some more because the bar is really low and we can make you shine.
Very good. Excellent. So you're going to sneak off, or you're going to talk Christmas music with us?
Hang out with you. I'll channel my DJ days from long ago.
Yes. Back when you used to play the 8 tracks, right?
I was not that much.
Wow.
All right. So let's see. So Jay and Mike, what do you think so far? Pretty great information, don't you think?
Man, I love that, especially that sociable kit. And I'm going to reach out, Mark. I want you to take a look at mine. I don't know if you looked at it before Marquee or not, but definitely want you to take a look at it and give me some honest feedback.
Very good. Excellent.
Just
All right.
Go to schedulemark.com. And it's Mark with a C.
Schedulemark.com.
You can set up a meeting with me and I'll take it from there.
Excellent.
All right.
So shifting gears, if you guys don't know these guys, I don't know where you've been. It's our very good friends, Jay and Mike. And they are with 2 DJs, one Mike, one of our friendly competing blogs or podcasts. I don't know. They've been doing this far longer than me. But they came to Marquee 2 years ago and fell in love with Mama K, because who doesn't? And we've been fast friends ever since. So I invited them to come on And we're going to talk holiday music because this is a time of year where people start to get excited about hearing those classics. And about another 3 days, people are going to be really tired of that same stuff. It's like the rest of the
2
world
days.
gets to understand what it's like to be a wedding DJ and hear the same stuff over and over and over. So right now I pulled up the
facts.
Billboard top 100 classic Christmas hits. And we're going to start from number 20 on. And I want to get everyone's opinions on these to see if you think these are truly top 20 worthy. But let's ask Mark, who's not an active DJ, but do you know what the number one selling Christmas song in the world is right now?
Right now or all time?
Well, it's actually technically both right now.
I have no idea about any music that has come out in the last 10 years.
You definitely know this one. Everybody knows it.
White Christmas.
No, the White Christmas was it for a long time. It was the number one selling single of all time because somebody would obviously put together a new Christmas sampler or whatever. But the Queen, Miss Mariah Carey, actually knocked Bing Crosby off a couple of about 2 years ago, I think. And so she still reigns supreme on it. So, but for the sake of time, let's start with number 20. It's a classic night from 1958. Chuck Berry, Run, Rudolph, Run. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Would this be a go-to for you guys to have in your Spotify at home, or on would this make it to cocktail or dinner hour if you're doing a party? What do you think?
Not a fan.
Yay.
No, not for me.
No? Wow,
Yeah,
hard pass.
For me, he's not diverse, but yes, me. Yes.
Wow, really? Really?
Yeah. Here's what's crazy. According to this holiday peak, it hit number 9 in 2021 for a favorite Christmas song. So here we go. Number 19, also from the 1950s, 1957. This is one of my favorites, Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms. Now, you tell me, yay or nay?
In the middle.
Well,
In the middle?
Yay.
yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
this song.
Yay.
I like Jingle Bell
there's so
Rock
many-
was one of my favorites. So, and you
Yeah,
got so
it's
many
been-
different
it's been
renditions of it.
Gotcha.
There you go. Yeah, definitely.
Here we go. Jumping up to when Mark was a hard-hitting beat DJ, 1981, Christmas Rapping by the Waitresses.
Never heard
The
of.
only Christmas
Never
rapping I know
heard
is
it.
Curtis Blow. You still you
No,
remember that
I-
song?
I've never heard of
I've
that.
heard that.
You have
The
not heard
Waitresses,
Christmas rapping by Curtis
Christmas
Blow.
rap? No, Christmas
Yeah,
Rapping
we've
by the
heard that by
Waitresses.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
By
I'm
the
talking about the
waitresses.
artists. Yeah, I'm talking about the waitresses. I don't.
I've never
Yeah,
heard of
that's
it.
what it is. Yeah.
What restaurant is that?
Here we go. Christmas Rapping is most the only practical and true adult life Christmas story song ever released. Treating the holidays as they are for most folks over the age of 18. One more thing to make room for on the already overbooked calendar. Supported by a lively new wave boogie and I don't even know how to say this word. Indeflate. I don't know. I'm not Mike Walter.
Well, don't worry about it
Lauren
because
Hook,
it's a
lead
hard
waitress, Patty Donahue speakings of having no plans for December 25th. Okay. Here we go.
No.
Joni Mitchell River from 1971.
Mm.
Nothing.
Mm,
Nothing at all, huh?
No.
Okay.
no.
Here we go. Number 16, the Beach Boys, Little Saint Nick. Come
Yeah.
on now.
I'll
That's
take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. All righty. Here we go. Number 15. This is a classic. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Judy
This is-
Garland, 1944. Back
Yes.
when Mark was at the prime age of 40 years old. So
Yeah,
that's a great
that-
one.
It may not be the original, but it's definitely
No, it is
one that's
that
in
is the
playlist.
original, I think.
No,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
original.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
I'm saying we may not use the original one, but
Okay.
it's definitely in the rotation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
no,
in the rotation.
absolutely. Here we go. Andy Williams, 1963. It's the most wonderful time
Wonderful
Yeah.
time
of the
of the
year.
yes, sir.
Yep.
Most
Definitely.
On the
definitely.
schmaltz, this is great. Only Billboard would use a term like schmaltz referring to Christmas. The schmaltz factor, a 10 out of a 10, maybe even 11. The most schmaltziest schmaltz of them all. From gushing over the parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the sun to ding dong, backup vocals, and the jingle bells over the instrumentals. All right,
Very
here
good.
we go. Ariana Grande's coming in at number 13 from 2014. Santa Tell Me. Yeah, this is billboard.com.
Mike, do you even know that song?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
It's in my rotation.
Is
Yeah,
I
it?
tell
All
you,
right.
he's not diverse.
Here we go. 1950. Here we go. Number 12. We're looking at 1957. Elvis Presley. I'll have a blue Christmas without you.
Without you.
The song is short and sweet, and Elvis's delivery avoids hysterectomies. No, that can't be right.
What?
I don't know. Histrionics. I think
Yeah.
Billboard just
Oh
making
my
up some
God.
words
Is this,
now.
I mean, the Billboard does not have a magazine anymore, do they? They just do some
I don't
online.
think anyone has a
Yeah,
magazine
yeah.
anymore.
I mean,
They
when I
have a
was in
whole
that
line.
business, that was a huge investment to
Yeah.
subscribe to Billboard
Oh,
magazine
yeah.
back in the
Yep.
day, which I did and
$56
loved it, but I don't think they don't print it anymore.
$56 a month.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's no,
You'll
that's
be
in the
doing all
rotation.
right.
I played that this weekend.
with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. All right, here we go. The one song. Name the one Christmas carol where there are no lyrics. No lyrics. You hear it, you know it.
Is it Charlie Brown? That's
It
not the name of
is
it, but is it
Vince Guaraldi Trio. Christmas Time is Here. 1965 from the
Wow.
1965 TV special, A Charlie Brown
Yes.
Christmas. That's it.
Wow. He's on
That's
fire,
exactly
guys.
how I feel when I listen to the two of you guys do your podcast. Especially when Howard Wallach's on it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. Again, I don't even know this one. At least I can't. It's not ringing true. 1970. Oh, This Christmas, Donny Hathaway. I didn't. This Christmas.
Oh, that's the number one.
I
That's the
gave
number
you
one
my-
Christmas
yeah.
song in the
Yeah.
B community, brother.
Here we
So
go. Well,
just
everyone
to
from
get with-
Destiny's
to get with
Child
the
and
spirits, I
Pentatonix.
gotta
drop you off, or
Yeah, everyone's covered it.
I gotta get in when I'm ready. Here we go. I'm bringing in the Christmas spirit. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, they went somewhere.
Yep.
Okay,
What are you bringing in? I
Mike,
missed it.
you played Donny Hathaway, right, Mike?
Yes. Donny
Yeah.
Hathaway is a big staple.
Gotcha. Here we go. Coming in at number 9. 1982. What are you going to guess?
Mama
What are you
shit.
guessing? It's a remake.
1982.
No, I have no idea.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, your favorite
Really?
artist? Yeah, that's his favorite artist. He knows.
No, my favorite artist is Billy
Really?
Joel.
Billy
Joel,
Joel.
yeah.
You're right.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The 1934 standard's been covered by a fleet of heavyweights, including the Jackson 5, the Supremes, Michael Bublé, and Mariah Carey, but no rendition captures the rip-roaring excitement over Santa Claus's impending arrival better than Bruce Springsteen's boisterous 1975 live version. Oh, he must have done it originally, must have been doing it live and then recorded it. Interesting.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that one.
Yeah, no. Here we go. Number 8 from 1987. What are we guessing? Come on, Mark. This was your era, baby. You said you were a big time DJ in the 80s.
1987.
Christmas in Hollis Queen.
That's it. Ding, ding, ding. All right.
What?
Christmas in Hollis. Run
Yeah.
DMC.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff is not
Dun, dun,
diverse.
dun, dun, dun.
Curtis Blow's 1979 Christmas Rappin' and the Treacherous Threes 1984's Christmas Rap featuring Cool
There it
Moby
is.
arrived first, but Christmas in Hollis quickly became the holiday's definitive hip-hop song.
Wow.
Yep, it is.
Yeah,
It's a
set in
staple.
then primarily black Queens, New York neighborhood of the title, where moms cooking chicken and collard greens.
Yep.
Reverend Run and Daryl McDaniels melded their hard-edged
Daryl
rap
Mack.
style and a sample of Clarence Carter's horny soul classic "Backdoor Santa." All right,
Backdoor.
here we
Really?
go. We're going to
Really?
1970. 1970.
All right.
We're going
Not
to
a
go
clue.
south of the border. What are you thinking, guys?
Feliz Navidad.
That's
Yeah, gotta
right.
be.
Jose
Gotta be.
Feliciano.
Feliz
Feliciano wrote
Navidad.
what he calls the first ever bilingual Christmas song in 1970 in the middle of the summer in Los Angeles, in part because he felt homesick for Puerto Rico.
Mm.
So
Wow.
the
It-
English
it's a-
lyrics were
it's-
added to ensure radio play, but truth is, Feliciano didn't think much of a song that he hammered out in simply minutes. So there
Wow.
you go.
Wow. It's
Yeah.
funny how much we know about these songs and we only play them for a month a year.
Well, it's because we play them every year, and there's a pop culture to it. So
Yeah.
here we go,
there's
number
only
6.
So many.
Here's what's
Uh-huh.
scary. We're going to the classics, and there's only been like one song from like 1987 forward, which isn't saying much about, I guess, Christmas. 19.
Well, everybody's doing the same song. They're just not changing it or doing
Nah,
anything
yes.
to make
Listen,
it
I loved Cher's song last year about DJ
Mhm.
played that Christmas song, and it's gone nowhere this year. There was no recurrent value at all this year. But
Mm.
1958, who's it going to be? 1958, taking you back.
Mm. Uh-huh.
Temptations.
13 years old when she recorded and first released this enduring
Brenda
holiday party.
Lee.
That's it. There it is. Rocking around the Christmas
Mhm.
tree.
Christmas
Have a
tree.
happy holiday.
Holiday.
Or as our Jewish friends say, rocking around the Hanukkah bush. No, okay, here we go. And down to number 5. I can't believe this one. 1947
Good
debuted
God.
with the movie Bing Crosby's White Christmas. Easily one of the
Have
finest
you?
compositions of the 20th century, White Christmas was recorded by Bing Crosby for the 1942 Holiday Inn, better known is by his nearly 1947 version. It's a song written by Jewish-Russian immigrant Irving Berlin and performed by America's first true multimedia sensation, Bing Crosby.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, craziness. So it's down to number 5. That's kind of sad. Oh, here we go.
41 years.
Yeah. Here we go. Moving up
Yeah.
to 1984. Mark, what are you thinking?
Marcus, he left the building.
Did he leave the
No,
building?
I'm here. It's been a long day, and I'm on
I
the East Coast, man.
understand.
It's like 10 o'clock here.
Gotcha. Mark,
Come on, Mark.
1984. Come on, think hard.
Can we get a clue?
Can I get a what? I'll give
1980.
you. Come on now.
Movie soundtrack or anything?
No. It wasn't
1984,
released here. It was released in the UK originally.
Yeah.
Last Christmas, I gave you
Wham.
my heart.
Wham.
That's right. Wham's Last Christmas. Released by Wham
Yes.
when the UK deal, principally, of course, singer and writer-producer George Michael were at the very peak of their international pop powers. Last Christmas is likely the brightest jewel in the act's catalog, a never-again torch song with an immaculate synth pop sheen and a true broken heart at its core. That's right. Oh,
Wow.
Bernie Howard jumped on. What's up, Bernie?
What
He's
up?
been
What
watching
up?
since 808 YouTube. I finally found the link. All right. Well, Bernie, here we go. All right. Number 3. This is one of my favorites. This is everyone's favorite. 1961. Come on, boys. It's right in front of you.
Santa Claus coming to town.
We already did that when that was 1980 something. Here we go. With a voice like hot chocolate poured over a lush string arrangements, there's only one word for this person's
Louis
recording
Armstrong.
of You're Close, but no cigar. It's jazz.
Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole, the Christmas song. Merry Christmas
Yep.
to you.
Yep.
No, sir.
No. All right, here we go. This one I'm surprised by.
Number 3.
1960. We're up to 19. We're up to number 2. Coming at you.
Oh,
1963. Let's see. Phil Spector, A Christmas Gift for You from Phillies Records.
it's Silent Night, isn't it?
It's no.
Silent Night?
No.
Phil
Darling
Spector,
Love, Christmas, Baby, Please Come Home.
Is that James Brown?
Oh, no.
No. James.
Yeah.
Baby,
Phil Spector's 1963, A Christmas Gift for You from Phillies Records. Love's signature song is a layer lush pop symphony from the first note to the last. So, and then of course the number one song, Casey Kasem. 1994, the only song from what was that, 1984 forward? So in 30 years, there's been nothing hitting the top 40 but this. And that's Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
And we can't get rid of it.
No, we cannot. On the Schmaltz Factor, it's a number 10. All I Want for You is about wanting a significant other more than anything else for the holidays. And what did she get? She got Nick freaking Cannon. I would have returned that in January for sure.
All right. Let's. Any of you guys have any ones that you want to know where they at on the list?
Well, these were the top. This wasn't the list. This was top 20. That's Billboard's top 20.
Where's Justin Bieber's songs on there? Like for Mistletoe?
I don't know. I can. I'll go to. Let's see. Let's go to 30. Okay, going down to 31. I'll go real fast. Now we're going to 31 to 20. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Gene Autry. Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas? Curtis Blow, Christmas Wrapping, 1979.
There we go.
Yeah, 2,000 Miles by the Pretenders. Wonderful Christmas Time, Paul McCartney, 1979. Kelly Clarkson, Underneath the Tree, 2013. Holly Jolly Christmas, We're Alive's, 1964. Stevie Wonder, What Christmas Means to Me, My Friend. In Sync, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays from 1998. Eartha Kitt, Santa Baby in 1953. John Lennon and Yoko Ono with Harlem Choir, Happy Christmas, The War Is Over. And then we go to number 20, which was Chuck Berry. So yeah.
Wow.
Some good stuff in that segment of the list.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's like nobody's writing anything new for Christmas, or is it just impossible to come up with something that's really new and creative?
Listen, I like Cher's tune, man. I thought it was good.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I've heard that one. I mean, I probably heard it or played it off of Spotify list.
I played it last year.
But the one by Ariana Grande, Tell Me, that one is definitely one that I added to last 2 years. And there's another couple of other ones out there that I've added, but there's nothing that's really groundbreaking that what's his name? Ed Sheeran, not Ed Sheeran, but Dan and Shay had one that I really liked too.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember the name of it.
So let's go. Mark,
them to the list.
Pick your favorite Christmas carol or your favorite cover, whatever you want to call it.
I would say that the Nat King Cole, like that is my probably all-time favorite Christmas song of all time. Stands the test of time.
What about you, Mike? Mike, did we lose Mike?
Dana Dane comes to town.
Okay. Got it. How about you, Jay?
Damn. Mine, of course, because it's me and my wife's first song we slow danced on at a Christmas party is Silent Night by the Temptations.
Okay. And mine, I
Yeah.
love Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy, Bing Crosby and David Bowie. I just love how those two worlds collide. I mean, and the video to me is fantastic. So
okay.
To me, it's a classic.
The diversity in these lists. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Justin Bieber's Mistletoe was number 33.
See, I knew it was in there somewhere because I play that one a lot. Yeah, but
that was 33.
Yeah.
But you know what? What else is there? I mean, there's no good music being produced now. I guess if Cardi B wants to give you a WAP for Christmas, then that's it. Frosty the Snowman's 42. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Frank Sinatra is 43.
You know the funny thing, Keith? They
What's
actually have a Christmas version of WAP.
Do they?
Yep.
I pray they don't. Don't say that, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Silent Nights by the Temptations was number 48.
Okay, so they're in there. Yeah, they're in the top 50.
Drifter's White Christmas. Let's see. Taylor Swift even made the top 100 at number 52. Jackson 5 was I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even the Muppets made it. Muppets, Prince, Another Lonely Christmas. I'm not familiar with that song.
Me either. I'm gonna have to go find that one.
Michael Bublé, the restaurant I go to with my dad every morning, is got Christmas on, and I swear to God, I think they just must have the Michael Bublé channel going because his voice really is like butter, man. It really, really is like butter. So,
I played that song this year already too, so that's another good one. Well, I mean, you have some good lists, but like I say, there's one or two every 5 to 6 years sprinkled in that are decent that you can play.
James Brown, Santa Claus, Go Straight to the Ghetto.
Yep, which was remade by Snoop.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Really,
Bing Crosby and Andrew Sisters, Mela Kaliki. Mela Kaliki means the thing to do, which is popular from Home Alone, I believe.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Wow,
Christmas music. Another year of Christmas music.
I know, and not that much will change. Oh, Come All Ye Faithful, Nat King Cole. Some of the classics in here.
Classics.
There's no place like home for the holidays. There's no place like home for the holidays.
I mean, this pool of music is not that deep. And these radio stations that play this stuff for a month.
Oh, no. In Chicago here, they started November 1st. Here we go, baby. It's cold outside. Number 83. Now, we'll leave with this. I say, because I listened to the lyrics and I read what the families who wrote this song, Mike Walter, fired it up saying it's the original date rape song. Okay. Not buying it.
Oh my gosh.
Don't care what it is.
Baby when it's cold outside.
Yeah.
He's talking about baby when it's cold.
And and saying,
I
don't
saw that
out.
somebody else had posted that. Somebody posted
it even
that
got all, and the
yesterday.
funny part was there was a comedian talking about how radio stations were banning that song while WAP was the number one song in the country, and it was banned because it was inappropriate. But WAP was number one with a bullet to the sky.
Go flow. Yeah, Glow. Oh my gosh.
I'm just curious what number 100 is. Who's going to be like number 100? Be like, Britney Spears is even on here. My Only Wish This Year. 90. No, Johnny Mathis. Number 100. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Eve. That's always
that's another good one too.
Yeah, that is. So
just a quick fact. Did you guys know what the Time Song of the Year was?
What the what was?
The Time Song of the Year.
I'm sure it was YMCA because Donald Trump was the man of the year and he danced all year for it.
No, the song
I'm
of the
kidding.
year from Time Magazine was "Yeah Glow"
Oh yeah.
by. Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I heard that. I'm like, really? That's what y'all came up with for the song of the year? Come on, man, really?
Gotcha.
But hey, it's what's selling or whatever they're popping off. But you know, it's
You know
all
what it is?
crazy.
It's the most wonderful time
Full
of
time.
the year.
Yes, sir. Well, man, wow, what a great few moments we've
Of the
had
year.
here
Can't
talking about
believe we're what, 13 days away from New Year's. It's crazy.
20 days away from
The
20
the
days away from
year
another
is
holiday.
the year is
Quickly,
practically over.
yeah,
So
it's almost up.
crazy. So anywho, I want to wish you guys all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy
And
birthday.
who's not mine, mine's in July, but hey, thanks for paying attention.
Well,
I guess
20
Merry Christmas
days.
to all you guys. And thank you,
Yes.
Keith, for having
Yes.
us on.
Thanks for coming on board.
Yes.
And we're going to be off for the next 2 weeks, and then we're starting the new year. We have to double check with John because I think he's going to take a little time. And I will be at NAM. Are you guys going to NAM?
We will see
That's what
you
it
at
sounds like.
NAM, sir.
I will be at NAM
Yeah.
as well. So we'll be talking about new toys at the end of the month and trying to capture some footage and pictures of the new stuff. We'll be announcing our new hotel right after the first of the year as well and start to roll out all of our presenters. And that's it. So, Mark, thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you, Dan, for being our
Hey,
board op
and
and
Mark,
making it happen.
Mark, one more time. Schedule, Mark. What is it again?
ScheduleMark.com.
That's what it is. Okay, schedulemark.com. All right. Well,
Very good. Is that Mrs. Mike in the
all right.
background? Is that Mrs. Mike in the background?
No, that's my student. I'm finna teach. I got a student I'm finna teach.
I can see she's yawning, so I can see she's prepared for you.
You know what? Bye.
All right, guys. Merry Christmas. Dan, are you still with us? Dan?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right, Dan.
Oh, my God.
Thank you, everybody. Dan, you can take us out.
Thank you all. Good night.
Good
Thanks
night.
for listening.